Hi world, welcome to this video. This is TinaHills.com, and today I'm speaking to you about Saturn through the 12 signs of the zodiac. Okay, and if you have your Saturn in Cancer, then this is your video. Saturn, what do you think it stands for? Saturn is the point of touch with the soul when we learn of what karma we have committed in the world and what our actions have generated. uh, Saturn is a reality check. Okay, as soon as you hit 29, you come across your first Saturn return, and everything that you've been doing, everything that you've learned so far, and you put into play, how has that fared? Saturn comes to question you. Okay, all this is of course metaphoric. Saturn's really not going to come and question you because Saturn is your conscience, is that voice inside that tells you uh, that enough is enough. This is your karma, and it teaches you through pain, through suffering, through tears, through separation. It teaches you valuable karmic lessons. Whether you're ready or not, it doesn't matter because nothing that you can do can actually prepare you for your Saturn return. It's something you've got to experience. Saturn is a very important energy because karma is not something we can avoid no matter who we are, and we have to account for our actions in the 3D world. We've understood communication with Mercury, we've understood what we love with Venus, we've understood how to grow and achieve what we want. We've expanded tremendously with Jupiter, and now what? Now Saturn is the karma bearer who comes and questions you. Then now what? Now what? Where do you stand? And if tragedies befall you and you understand that okay, this may have to do because of the karma that I generated, then you are growing, you're learning, you're understanding, you're working with Saturn's energies, because as Saturn is your greatest restriction, it is also your greatest gift. Once you start working with Saturn's energy, you realize that Saturn is actually your greatest ally. Okay, Saturn has a connection to time. In the Jungian understanding of the archetype, Saturn is a wise old man. In the tarot, it's a hermit card. It's our internal guide. It's what paints us to teach us something. Okay, it's that part within us. So at 29, that part awakens when transiting Saturn touches our Saturn, and we're like, okay, what happened? So Saturn in Cancer, woundings and problems will definitely occur around your mother. Maybe she wasn't available, she was tremendously strict, uh, a hardcore disciplinarian, did not, or there may be some other type of trauma with your childhood where your parents could not be there for you, maybe because they had to make a living or whatever. There's some sort of trauma with your childhood. In some cases, Saturn in Cancer is known to take on responsibilities, and they may be caught in a situation looking after family members. It's very, very possible that Saturn and Cancer are caregivers because they often renounce their own lives just and martyr themselves actually. So this is something you've got to understand, because martyrdom, when not fully acknowledged within and not fully martyrdom anyway, period, is not something that the soul is happy with. Sacrifice is something else, but looking after someone just for the sake of it and you're not happy about it is not feeding your soul growth. Maybe there is some other way. There is always another way. But abandonment is not something that you like, because probably in the beginning of your life you've been abandoned. So you stand that strong. Or another thing may occur with Saturn and Cancer is that you can be a very strict parent yourself. Firstly, you're not sure whether you want to be a parent, okay? Because again, Saturn uh, brings constrictions, restrictions, and Cancer's motherhood, the sign that rules the breasts. So here you may not want to be a mother or a father. You may not want to breastfeed. Okay, but working with Saturn's energy, integrating it, understanding your own shadow side, working with it, you do realize that no, you can be a great mother, and you take that first step, and then you find yourself being too strict or too harsh, in a way, for some of you, playing out what your mother did to you. So this is not something that you should give in to, because okay, you can be strict, and of course there are different styles of parenting, but never the same. Just understand that strictness is not going to get you anywhere with your kids. And you will realize that, because again, Saturn gives you the greatest gifts. So you may decide to settle down later on in life, and may have problems with your family, may have a divorce, may have issues with maybe some children, but you will eventually learn the lessons that Saturn's trying to teach you, and you will integrate this, and you will become a great parent. This is not something that I'm saying lightly. I'm saying this from experience. Saturn is the energy of negentropy. Okay, what does that mean? That means constriction, something that uh, is now creating a boundary. So Cancer is this empathic, compassionate, motherly energy, and here Saturn puts boundaries. In some worst case scenarios, Saturn and Cancer people can be manipulative or extremely vindictive when it comes to their family, or possessive in like useless ways. So with everything, it's about balance. And Saturn is known as the great malefic in astrology, and in the Persian system, Saturn is also considered to be a bandit, kind of like a demon. Okay, so this is a planet that we have, humanity has always been enchanted by. Those icy rings around it, it's a gargantuan size, it's mysterious moons. This is a planet that has totally fascinated us, and every single culture has drawn myths and legends about it. In the Vedic system, Saturn is Shani, okay, and Shani is a malefic but very auspicious. It's part of the Navagraha concept, and Shani, unafflicted Saturn, can be appeased in the Vedic system by propitiating Saturn with mustard oil, by feeding crows, feeding cows, and Saturn in Cancer will understand and appreciate these things, because they, even if they don't have human kids, they will want fur babies. And even if they don't have their own fur babies, they will definitely try to go to a shelter, try to do what's right. So if you go to a shelter and you see a black dog, or a black cat, or a crow, then Saturn's calling out to you. Rest, family is hugely important to you. They are your trauma as well as your strength. They're your weakness as well as your strength. They are your happiness as well as your pain. What can I say? You have to take the energies with a pinch of salt. Everything is steeped in duality. Look at Shani's. Let me tell you a little myth about Shani. So Shani's father is the sun, or Surya, and Shani's mother is Chaya, or shadow. Union of light, pure light, and shadow gives birth to Shani. As soon as he is born, his father is eclipsed. So this signifies a complicated relationship with the father. Again, Shani and Saturn does tell us what kind of a situation we can expect with our father. And Shani, being comprised of light and shadow, means that this energy is inherently dualistic. Like every other energy in this manifested 3D world is dualistic. So that was a bit about Saturn in Cancer. and it's a very beautiful placement. Work with it, make it work for you, be there for your family, forgive all the past hurts, and move on. Saturn may not always, uh, be able to release. So see how that works for you. Like, comment, subscribe, share, the drill. And please leave me a comment if you like what I do, if you think I should continue. If you want to support in any way, please let me know. This is Tina from Tina Hills. Thank you.